WISN 12 News starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to WISN 12 News this morning. I'm Patrick Palantonio.
And I'm Marianne Lyles. It is 4:59 on this Thursday, October 30th, and we have new developments. They're expected today in the officer-involved shooting at Red Arrow Park in Milwaukee. A no-confidence vote is planned against Milwaukee's police chief, and supporters on both sides will hold rallies. Today, we have team coverage.
And breaking news from overnight, chaos erupts in the streets of San Francisco after the Giants win the World Series. Arrests were made. 2 people have been shot. I'm tracking the latest developments from the breaking news desk this morning.
All right, now let's take a live look outside here in southeast Wisconsin. It is cool right now, and it's going to get colder. Will the kiddos be wearing jackets under the costume? That's the big question.
It is really. Let's check in now with meteorologist Sally Severson, because we keep hearing the word snowflakes or snow or I don't know. Why is that getting tossed around?
Well, we might see a little of a mix come through. This would be tomorrow morning, Friday morning with us, as we look at very gusty north-northeast winds and chilly air beginning to move in. Now, early this morning, I expect we stay dry. Our skies gradually becoming mostly cloudy, and the clouds are filling in pretty rapidly even right now, but we may see a few peaks of sunshine. Temperatures, it's 36 at the airport, 33 at Beaver Dam, and 32 at West Bend, 35 at Racine early this morning in Kenosha. You're in at 32 degrees. The Halloween forecast for tomorrow, daytime high right around 40. It'll be 30s much of the day with wind chills in the 20s. This will be the coldest Halloween since 1996. Another little reminder, daylight saving time coming to an end this weekend. Turn those clocks back 1 hour. Most people do it Saturday night before bed. Specifics for today, mostly cloudy skies. It won't be too windy today. Winds are out of the west, 6 to 14. We'll see 50 degrees this afternoon. Matt?
Sally, pretty quiet out there on the roadways right now. Anybody getting ready to head out the door? Things looking pretty good. You can see here we are at the airport square. We're looking south, so the headlights here are coming northbound into the Mitchell interchange, and no problems right now between the south side and downtown Milwaukee. We're moving good, dry pavement in both directions. Now, on the Traffic Watch 12 computer, that's what we're seeing across the entire system. In fact, you can see here everything is green, and green means 50 miles an hour or better. So we're rolling pretty smoothly right now across the freeway. If you're getting ready to head out the door anytime soon, here's a peek at your travel times. If you're getting ready to roll right now, 17 minutes, 94 eastbound, Highway 16 in the downtown, 16 minutes westbound, 894 westbound, 84th Street to the Zoo in 5, and 45 southbound, Germantown to I-94, a 16-minute ride. That's a look at the morning commute. Back to you guys.
Matt, thank you. We begin with a police shooting that's been in the headlines for months. New developments are expected today in the officer-involved shooting at Milwaukee's Red Arrow Park. That's where Dontre Hamilton was shot and killed in April.
A no-confidence vote is planned against Milwaukee's police chief, while both sides of this issue will hold rallies around the city.
And we have team coverage this morning. Hillary Mintz is live downtown with more on those rallies.
But we begin here at the breaking news desk with Melinda Davenport. And Melinda, what can we expect from that no-confidence vote today?
Well, Marianne and Patrick, Milwaukee police officers will be asked to take a no-confidence vote in their boss, Chief Edward Flynn. Now, it comes after Flynn fired Officer Christopher Manny earlier this month. He was the one who shot and killed Dontre Hamilton. The firing came after months of protests led by Hamilton's family demanding action be taken. The chief says Manny conducted a pat-down that violated department policy. The union says an officer has a right to check someone for weapons. Now, this vote is a symbolic action. It is non-binding and is really meant to send a message. 12 News Time, now 5:02. Back to you.
Thank you, Melinda. And we continue our team coverage with those 2 rallies planned in Milwaukee today.
Well, one is in support of former officer Christopher Manny, the other in support of the man he shot and killed, Dontre Hamilton.
Hillary Mintz is live at Red Arrow Park this morning, where one of those rallies will take place. Hillary.
Marianne, at 6 p.m. tonight, just like this group has been doing for months, those who support Dontre Hamilton and still fighting for justice will be back here in the park. This is where he was shot and killed, and they will be here tonight at 6. Now, across town from sunup to sundown, police and law enforcement who support the officer who killed Hamilton will also rally. The demonstration to support former Officer Chris Manny starts at 8 a.m. at Oklahoma and 51st. Supporters say that gathering will hopefully send a message to the Fire and Police Commission, the DA, and the public that the former Officer Manny was fired unfairly, and they say it was for political reasons and that he should get his job back. So just as that rally wraps up, that's going to go until dark. Again, at 6 p.m. here, supporters for Dontre Hamilton will be here. So if you're in the area, expect to see them. Now, they say that Manny losing his job wasn't enough, and they say they will continue to fight until he faces some criminal charges. For now, we are live in Red Arrow Park. I'm Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News this morning.
This morning, police are trying to figure out what caused a deadly train crash in Wauwatosa. This is video from News Chopper 12. We were over the scene Wednesday afternoon. The incident happened near 68th and State. In addition to the bells and lighting at this crossing, there's a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit for trains. Police have released few details, but say it appears to have been an accident. We do know the victim is an adult from Wauwatosa. 12 News spoke to the Wisconsin Commissioner of Railroads. He says officials will continue to look for ways to prevent tragedies like this from happening again.
Helping to keep your kids healthy. Later today, there's a free flu vaccine clinic in Milwaukee. It runs from 3 until 6 p.m. at the city's Northwest Health Center. That's near 76 and Mill Road. Flu shots will be available for anyone 18 and under. The flu shot is recommended for anyone 6 months or older.
Helping veterans find work today, there's a job fair at the Milwaukee County War Memorial. The event focuses on connecting former service members with careers in building trades and construction. The fair runs from 3 until 7 o'clock tonight. More than 20 organizations are offering jobs.
Later today, memorial is planned for a beloved school principal in our area. We now know Mark Harris died a week ago from complications of bronchial asthma. This is according to the medical examiner. Now, Harris was principal at Shorewood Intermediate. He leaves behind a wife and 3 children. The memorial starts at the high school at 7 o'clock. It'll be followed by a candlelight vigil outside.
This morning, if you live on the north side of Milwaukee, you might notice a different taste and smell to your water. We told you about this earlier this week. Milwaukee Water Works has now turned off its ozone system at the Linwood Water Treatment Plant for infrastructure improvements. The tap water may be different, but water officials stress it is still safe to use. The project will take about 3 months to finish. Turning now to Commitment 2014 coverage. We're in the final days now for the candidates for governor to spread their message. They are hitting the campaign trail hard.
Later today, Governor Scott Walker will tour parts of Wisconsin, making stops in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and also in Sheboygan. And tomorrow, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will be in town helping Walker campaign. Now, later today, Democrat Mary Burke will tour a factory in Port Washington. President Obama was in town on Tuesday to support Burke.
Also later today, the 2 candidates for Wisconsin's 6th congressional district will hold their 3rd and final debate. Republican Glenn Grothman and Democrat Mark Harris will face off at Plymouth High School in Plymouth. The 2 are trying to replace Congressman Tom Petri, who's retiring. The 6th district includes Fond du Lac, Sheboygan, and parts of Ozaukee and Dodge counties. The WISN 12 News will have complete election night coverage leading up to Election Day. We have everything you need to know on WISN.com and the WISN 12 News mobile app. You can go to either and check out our special politics section. New this morning, it's not even Halloween, and the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree has already been harvested.
It has. The 88-foot white spruce was cut down in the Chippewa National Forest in Cass Lake, Minnesota. The tree first goes to Bemidji State University. That's where it'll be wrapped for its journey. Look at all the people checking it out. So it will visit Milwaukee among 30 stops on its trip to Washington, D.C., where it will be lit in early December. Looks cold out there, too.
That's some tour, too. 30 stops, and it'll be right here.
Very impressive.
Right before you know it, we're going to see those Christmas tree stands popping up all over the place, Sal.
You know, I think it's just a little bit after Halloween that will begin to happen, Patrick. Now, right now at the airport, we have a clear sky for the most part. Visibility is good, but the clouds are filling in rapidly. 36 with mostly cloudy skies at the airport, and right now the winds are calm, and I expect a lighter west wind for much of the day today, with the wind picking up big time later tonight. We'll time it in just a moment. Daytime highs today right around 49 to 50 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds this morning, but we're just not looking at much of a warm-up. We'll climb out of the 30s and into the upper 40s. Now, this is how things look between midnight tonight and 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, Friday morning. Sprinkles and flurries are possible after around 2 o'clock. The wind really begins to pick up. North-northeast gusts between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. tomorrow, up to around 40, maybe even better than 40 miles an hour, and a few wet snowflakes are possible earlier tomorrow morning. I do think the sun comes through in the afternoon, but the wind will continue into the evening. Matt?
Tell you right now, things are looking pretty good out on the freeway system. If you're getting ready to roll, really no reason to hurry out there. You can see here at 43 in Brown Deer, it's looking quiet. Just a few vehicles rolling through the frame on dry pavement. Full freeway speeds all the way around on the Traffic Watch 12 computer. Everything is green. That means we're at 50 miles an hour or better. So as you can see, things are moving smoothly. If you're getting ready to ride right now, things are in great shape as far as travel times are concerned. It's an 11-minute trip on 43 southbound Brown Deer to I-94. 94 northbound, 7-mile road to Layton in 8, and a 6-minute trip from the airport into downtown. That's a look at the morning commute. Back to you guys.
Breaking news, a World Series celebration turns to chaos in San Francisco. Let's start with the big win. This is video of the Giants celebrating their 3rd World Series title in 5 years. After throwing a complete game shutout in Game 5, pitcher Madison Bumgarner came back on the mound in Game 7. He threw 5 more scoreless innings to help the Giants beat Kansas City 3-2. Bumgarner is the series MVP. But all night, there have been chaotic celebrations in San Francisco. Melinda is following those developments here at the Breaking News Desk.
That's right, Patrick. The streets have now been cleared, but just a few hours ago, this was the scene in the streets of San Francisco. Police say the spontaneous party was mostly peaceful, but the atmosphere grew more rowdy as the night wore on. Now, 3 people were injured in separate incidents, including one person who was shot in the arm. Police and riot gear set up a perimeter after fans started spraying beer on one another, lighting fires, smashing bottles, and setting off fireworks. Now, officers say they made a handful of arrests, and so far, there's been no assessment yet of all of the damage. WISN 12 News Time, 5:09. Back to you.
All right, Melinda, thank you. Well, keeping your pet safe this Halloween.
Jeremy Nelson joins us live this morning from the Wisconsin Humane Society. Jeremy?
Hey, good morning. I am holding Pumpkin the cat this morning, who is in her lobster outfit. We'll talk about Halloween pet safety coming up.
Okay, that's adorable. Jeremy, thank you. We'll see you a little bit. But still ahead, faulty airbags raising concerns around the country and in Washington. Coming up, the new demands from federal regulators to the maker of those airbags.
And check it out. This is one cool costume, a transformer that actually transforms. Coming up, what one clever dad used to make his kid's wish come true.
Right now, WISN 12 and MilwaukeeJobs.com are teaming up to bring you the job of the day. Today's job is for a technical recruiter and human resources representative. This position is full-time at the Symmetry Corporation in Milwaukee. Now, for more jobs available right now, just head to MilwaukeeJobs.com or go to WISN.com.
And it's Thursday morning. We are one day closer to the weekend, and at 5:13, almost 5:14, temperatures are low to mid-30s early today. Our skies are mostly cloudy. Winds stay light for today, and we'll touch 50 degrees for this afternoon. Mostly cloudy, but we'll stay dry for much of the day. Tomorrow, daytime highs only at just about 40 degrees, and I do expect it to be windy and raw, gusty north-northeast winds for tomorrow. And we'll time a little bit of a light mix that's possible for us tomorrow morning. But now it's time for traffic in Matt.
Tell you right now, it's quiet out there. You've got time to relax before you hit the roads. 43 north and southbound here at the Plainfield curve. You can see things look good. No problems right now between the airport and downtown. We're rolling smooth. In fact, no problems across the entire freeway system. If you're getting ready to head out the door right now, Traffic Watch 12 computer showing that everything is quiet. Green means 50 miles an hour or better, and as you can see, that is across the entire freeway system at this point, so no reason to rush out the door. It's a 17-minute trip, 94 eastbound, Highway 16 into downtown, 16 minutes westbound, 894 westbound, 84th Street to the Zoo in 5, and 45 southbound, an easy 15-minute ride, Germantown down to I-94. That's a look at the morning commute. Back to you guys.
Right now, a legal battle is brewing in Maine. A nurse who treated Ebola patients wants to leave her home despite quarantine orders.
Melinda Davenport is at the Breaking News Desk with the latest. Melinda.
Marianne and Patrick, state officials in Maine believe Casey Hickox should self-quarantine after treating Ebola patients in West Africa. Officials are seeking a court order to force her to stay home, but she says she'll fight back. Hickox stepped outside of her house last night to speak to reporters. She says she's healthy, and if quarantine restrictions are not lifted today, she will take her case to court. Now, just last weekend, Hickox was forcibly kept in isolation in New Jersey after arriving at Newark's International Airport. WISN 12 News Time, 5:15. Back to you.
A call for change in the Ferguson, Missouri Police Department. Attorney General Eric Holder says it's clear that changes need to be made. Right now, the Justice Department is investigating the department following the August police shooting of an unarmed 18-year-old. A government official confirms they are discussing Ferguson Police Chief Tom Jackson stepping down. The shooting led to weeks of protests.
An update now to that massive airbag recall. U.S. auto safety regulators want to see more action, and they want it to be faster. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is telling airbag maker Takata to manufacture replacement parts faster. The Japanese company made the faulty airbags, which can send metal pieces flying when they go off. 4 people have already died. Federal officials are also asking the company to do more testing to find out what's causing the problem.
Right now, a deadly plane crash in Southern California is under investigation. The pilot of the commercially owned military jet died. The plane went down in a field while it was approaching a Navy base. Fire officials say the plane was operated by a Navy contractor that simulates threats during training missions. The company's pilots are former military pilots with at least 2,000 hours of flight experience. Well, now to a surprise for airport security.
An airline passenger flying out of Maui tried to check luggage with this, a cannon inside it. TSA officials spotted the cannon in the luggage last week in the bag of a United Airlines passenger traveling to San Francisco. The cannon wasn't loaded. The passenger was cleared to fly, but the airline made separate arrangements for transporting that weapon there.
You don't hear about that every day.
No, you don't. All right, 12 News Time is now 5:17. We usually hear about keeping your kids safe on Halloween, but do not forget about your pets.
Jeremy Nelson is live this morning at the Wisconsin Humane Society. Jeremy?
Hey, good morning, everyone. What is cuter than a cat or a dog? Well, how about your animals dressed up in Halloween costumes? We're at the Wisconsin Humane Society. Here is Charlie. We'll get to Charlie in a moment. We'll start with Angela Spee. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, tell us about some of the safety tips that you have for, we obviously know kids, but how about pets if they come along?
Sure. Well, during Halloween, there is a lot of candy in pretty much everybody's house. And calls to poison control actually go up by about 12% this time of year. You want to make sure that candy is out of reach, especially chocolate, which is very toxic to dogs, and suckers, which can cause obstruction if your dog ingests them.
Okay, now Charlie likes his costume, but some pets may not be suited for the costumes.
Right. Not every dog likes a costume. Make sure if you're going to be dressing up your dog that they love their costume. And it's really important for them not to have like little pieces that they can eat off or that they're too tight. You don't want to cause them any respiratory issues. In addition, during trick-or-treat, when you're opening the door all the time, you want to make sure to prevent door dashing and make sure your dog has a safe, quiet place to relax.
Okay, now tell us about Charlie.
Sure. Charlie is a 3-month-old Corgi Jack Russell Terrier mixed with a little lobster, and he's available today at our Milwaukee campus.
All right, Charlie Cutie, hopefully you find a home today, and coming up in our next hour, we'll kind of continue our Halloween pet fashion show here on WISN 12. Back to you.
Mixed with a little lobster.
Okay.
Yeah, look at Charlie, so content.
Talk about not chocolate melting, my heart melting right now.
Well, and
so
we were talking
adorable.
about, I bet those ears are like velvet. Little baby
Corgi
dog.
and lobster.
Just get a new home today, we all hope. Today would be the day to do it. Mostly cloudy for today. Temperatures right around 50 degrees. It's tonight and tomorrow that I'm concerned about wind. Gusty north-northeast winds for least favorite direction, but if you want to bundle up, tomorrow the lake ought to be pretty impressive with the wave action for tomorrow and those gusty north-northeast winds, but becoming cloudy for today. And we did have a little bit of fair sky for a short while overnight. Temperatures are currently in the 30s. A couple of areas of low pressure and a cool front off to the west, and starting to see even early this morning a little light mix showing up. Temperatures for us 32 coming in at West Bend and also at Waukesha. The airport's in at 36 degrees. Little reminder, daylight saving time coming to an end this weekend. Grab batteries for your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors, and try to remember to put that clock back 1 hour before bed Saturday night. Today, fairly benign weather. You can see by lunchtime our skies are overcast, keeping an eye on a cool front for tonight. Now, I do think it squeezes out a couple of light showers. This is 10 o'clock tonight with a boundary as it moves through. Now, we may see some brief clearing for a time, but we secondarily have a little disturbance coming through tomorrow morning. This is at 7 o'clock. Winds will ramp up gradually after midnight tonight and out of the north and northeast. And you can see an area of snow showing up to the south of Green Bay. I do think we could see some wet snowflake in place for us. If it happens, it'd be earlier tomorrow. This is tomorrow at lunchtime. I do think our model's painting a little bit of drier air coming in. I do think we have a lot of cloudiness right along the lake for tomorrow, and all of us will deal with these gusty north winds. And I'm also going to keep clouds and a few sprinkles around lakeside for Saturday morning as well. So certainly windy and raw for tomorrow with spotty light rain showers, maybe even a light mix. But for today, becoming mostly cloudy right around 50 degrees. Few peaks of sunshine around for us earlier today, and the winds stay light today. 34 tonight, wind ramps up after midnight. 44 tomorrow with north gusts 40 to about 40 miles an hour. 42 then for your Saturday. Sunday, 48 degrees. We hit the 50s again early next week with better chances for rain pushing in by about Tuesday. Marianne, Patrick.
All right, Sally, thank you. Well, still ahead, a costume going viral this morning.
You have to check this thing out. It is a transformer that actually transforms how one dad was able to make this creative costume.
It's so cool. And the world's first peak-to-peak suspension bridge is open for business in the Swiss Alps. It's only, 10,000 feet above sea level there. Coming up, how long it took to build this bridge that might have you rethinking a visit.
Hello, I'm Mr. Murray, and I teach 4th and 5th grade at Hawthorne Elementary School. And we would like to tell you to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe, Milwaukee.
Oh, good morning, guys. And 12 News is visiting classes throughout the school year for our morning school shout-outs. To have your child's class join in, just go to WISN.com. Click on the school shout-out. You'll find it under the Community tab. You fill out the nomination form, and then you can also check out the other shout-outs that we've had from this school year. Love the double wave, that's for sure. Thank you. Well, WISN 12 News Time is now 5:25, and turning now to what's trending this morning.
Well, in the spirit of Halloween, check out this costume. Tristan wanted to be a Transformer for Halloween, so his father decided to create this Bumblebee Transformer costume using cardboard, glue, tape, paint, and a couple of lights. You can see it actually transforms. This video was posted on YouTube and is going viral this morning.
Dad of the year,
yeah,
huh?
that's some costume. Look
like
at that. Well, the star of ABC's hit new show is speaking out on labels.
Like any other actress, How to Get Away with Murder's Viola Davis faces the critics every day. But when the New York Times called her, quote, less than classically beautiful, fans responded. Davis tells Entertainment Tonight it was an uplifting moment.
They were denouncing being labeled as non-classically beautiful, and I thought it made me cry. I look at it every time I need inspiration.
Remember that you'll see a new How to Get Away with Murder tonight at 9 o'clock, followed by WISN 12 News at 10. Well, do not look down.
The world's first peak-to-peak suspension bridge is open for business in the Swiss Alps. It is 350 feet long and nearly 10,000 feet above sea level. Visitors who dare cross this amazing footbridge must navigate a span that's only 31 inches wide. Now, the project didn't take very long at all. Construction began in early September. The bridge will be open for business year-round.
What? September?
If you're brave enough, yeah. What's
September.
that, just a month and a half or so? If you're brave enough, that view must be unbelievable.
I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it. Well, WISN 12 News Time is 5:26. A piece of home for U.S. troops for the holiday.
Coming up, the challenges facing volunteers trying to spread a little holiday cheer.